Hi there, my name is Kerrigan and I am the founder of Smoo. You may have seen us around. We are a hormone balancing company. It was actually a product that I created off of my personal journey with PCOS, which is what I will be sharing here today. I absolutely love that you're taking charge of your own health, and that is actually what I did, and I'm going to talk to you more about that today. With all that said, I'm going to get started and share my story. All right. So, ultimately, what I want to say is, PCOS is not curable, but it is treatable and there is hope no matter what your situation is. And I really hope that my story helps you see that there is hope no matter what situation there is. And so, I wanted to share with you what my personal motto is, and something that I deeply instill in the whole Smoo community is that your medical results do not define you, and they should not define you, and they should not make you live any less of a life than you are meant to live. And I think that there is an opportunity in everything, and so even if you are in the middle of your PCOS and you're feeling demotivated and like there's no hope, I challenge you to always look for the opportunity in each day. And my story is really about looking for the opportunity, and I really try to instill it in our community that, we all have the ability to make a difference, and our story is important, and it's actually, I think, our duty to get out and share it, because there's so many people who are dealing with it privately and not talking about it. And the more we talk about it, the more we raise awareness, and the more we help other people. So I challenge you today to look for the opportunity in your situation, no matter what it might be. I'll start with my diagnosis. So I was diagnosed with PCOS when I was 14 years old, and the way it happened is I gained nearly 50 pounds overnight. In this photo here, which let me see if I can enlarge the screen, this is me at 14 years old, and I was a healthy 14-year-old, sat around 125 pounds, and before I knew it, I gained 150 pounds. I gained 50 pounds overnight. And so really it was alarming to my mom, and she wanted to take me to the doctor to figure out what was wrong. Another thing that tied into it was she was concerned because I wasn't having my period. So she took me to the OBGYN, I had an ultrasound, had some blood tests, and I was diagnosed with PCOS. So my story is just like a lot of other people's stories. The first thing they told me was I just need to lose weight, eat better, and go on birth control to regulate my period. And luckily for me, my mom didn't let that last too long. So after going on birth control for just a couple of weeks, my mom was like, I want you off of this. I don't want you to gain any weight. I don't want you to have all these side effects. You're too young to have hormones in your body. Like, there has to be another way. So we went back to the doctor, went off birth control, and they referred me over to a naturopath. And that was the start of everything. Before I move on this slide, I just want to show you guys a photo of me. This is months later when I had gained the 50 pounds, and these photos were taken in Rome, but that is me here and here. And the crazy thing is I couldn't even see it myself. And so I was really lucky to have a mom who was proactive and really wanted to find answers. So we started going to a naturopath, and the naturopath had put me on something called dong quai. It's a Chinese herb, and it helps with hormone balance. And she also started me on an acupuncture regimen. So I was going in every couple weeks to just get poked and whatnot, and sure enough, my period regulated. But it didn't solve everything else. I still had a hard time losing the weight. I had extreme fatigue for my age. I had really bad hormonal acne and anxiety. So there was other things that, regulating my period didn't fix. And so obviously the biggest one for me was my weight. And so I decided to take it into my own hands and start what was my new gym regimen. So I started going to the gym every single day, and I was obsessed with this app called MyFitnessPal, which I'm sure you guys have heard of. It's a great app, but at the time it had just come out, and when I put in how much weight I wanted to lose, it told me I needed to eat 1,200 calories a day, and so I did it. And I started this regimen of where I ate 1,200 calories a day, and I went to the gym for 2 hours every single day, and I would just go on the elliptical, the Stairmaster, and the treadmill. And I mean, I was literally on those for 2 hours. I wasn't just at the gym for 2 hours. I would burn off every single calorie I ate every single day. It was so unhealthy, and I'm pretty sure I completely wrecked my metabolism even more doing that. So I don't recommend ever doing that. But, excuse me, I did lose the weight, and I'll show you here. This is me at 15 years old. It was probably about 6 months after I was diagnosed with PCOS, and I lost 50 pounds. And I was really, really tiny, and it was awesome. But I did have a really unhealthy obsession with tracking my macros, is what I called it at least, and working out. And I couldn't miss a day. And actually, like, this photo that I just showed was me going back home to where I'm from in Colorado. And I remember at 15 years old not being able to enjoy my vacation because I was so obsessed with going to the gym. And I remember going to the gym every single day while I was out there visiting my family. And I just don't think that that is a healthy obsession, but and especially at that age. But it was the only thing that I felt like was an answer for me. So it wasn't the end of it all when I lost that weight. So pretty much I lost the weight at 15, and then it wasn't long after, I would say maybe even like 5 or 6 months, I started to gain the weight back. And so I spent my whole entire high school years just fluctuating up and down, up and down. And I would say my average weight was around 155 pounds. And I just couldn't keep the weight off. And the thing is I also couldn't catch a break. I was constantly, tracking my calories. And if I went over 20 calories, I would have a binge eating episode. And I'd be like, oh, I just need to get rid of all of these snacks in the house. And I would binge eat. Or, it was just so unhealthy. And it seemed like any time I ate over my calories, even if it was like 5 calories, and that's a little bit of an exaggeration, I would gain what seemed like 3 or 4 pounds every single day. So it was really, really hard. And I struggled a lot with my weight. And it took me a really long time to find a solution. But I will get further into that. So anyways, I really look back and I think about how much I let my PCOS control my life. And I do think that that plays into everything. I think that I put so much stress on myself that I threw my hormones even more out of whack. So I really exacerbated my symptoms even in high school. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But on a positive note, even though I let my gym and my nutrition get in the way of my social life, I never let it stop me from living my dreams. And so I actually, here is a photo of me at Miss California Teen USA, and I was pretty self-conscious because I had just kind of gained the weight back. I was a little bit smaller before and I was gaining weight again, but I still got out there and did it, and I'm really proud of myself looking back. But one of my biggest regrets is missing a lot of my high school events and hanging out with my friends because of my PCOS and being so fearful of gaining weight, and also sometimes just feeling super self-conscious when I couldn't fit in my pants or I just felt not my best. And so now it's kind of part of I feel like my calling to tell everyone who's going through that to, even though it's hard, to try to push through it and never stop it from never let PCOS stop you from what's important in your life. What's important is your relationships, and no one should be judging you off of your PCOS, off of your weight gain, anything. And if they are, they're not the friends for you. So if you are struggling with that today, I just hope for you to get out there and keep living your life. And I do think it will help you in the end, but also you won't be like me who, I do regret it, but I do think it was all for something bigger and more important like this today. So anyways, all right, I will keep going. But so when I turned 18 was the first time I found balance to some degree. I went to college. I stopped focusing so much on it just because I couldn't. I had to eat at a school cafeteria. I still tried to track. I still tried to go to the gym, but there was just other priorities in my life. And it's funny because that was the first time I kind of let up, and I did feel like it got better. I stopped gaining weight, but I also couldn't really lose weight. So it was a little bit more of a balance in the fact that like I could just be and not have to worry about if I was going to gain weight the next day. And so that's why I always say, like, I think that stress played into exacerbating my symptoms a lot. And so anyways, the only problem is I still didn't live a normal life. So weight might have been out of the picture, or at least somewhat out of the picture, but I was so tired. I was so tired, and I like couldn't go throughout the day without having a nap. And this is something that I dealt with for a really long time, even past college, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But I also had no period, and I had the hormonal acne still, and so there was just other symptoms that just like wouldn't go away no matter what. And to be honest, at that time I had been ignoring my PCOS for some time because when you're in high school, it's kind of cool to not have a period. Like, you don't have to deal with that. So like, I would go on and off my regimen, and it was usually like my mom would hound me, and then I'd go on it, and then I'd go off of it, not really realizing how important it really was in the bigger picture. So after college, I didn't continue at college, but I started to powerlift. And so what happened is I went to college at CU Boulder, and it wasn't for me, I felt. And so I left. I went and skied for a little bit. I love to ski. I'm a little ski bunny. And I just lived my life. And when I came back to California, which is where I now live, I decided to really pursue nutrition and fitness. And so being that it was like such a big part of my life, I developed a passion for it, and I thought it was what I wanted to do with my career, and I was right, because here I am. But so anyways, when I came back to California, I was getting more into weightlifting, and I learned something called powerlifting, which is where you lift a lot of weight for a few reps. It's not volume training. It's somewhere in between of where you're doing like maybe 8 to 10 reps maximum and doing as much weight as possible. And it was really a game changer for me. And the thing about my powerlifting journey was it was the first time I ever felt totally normal, as in that I could just not worry about what I ate. I could go have a social life like everyone else did, and I just loved it. And so I took it to the extreme, and I went from what was my weight at that time. I think I was like around 140 when I got back from college, and I went up to 155 pounds, but like of pure muscle. So I gained quite a bit of weight in muscle, and I was really buff. So here is a photo of me at the peak of my powerlifting. And so the one thing that I think I really, really loved about powerlifting was I didn't mind looking like that, because it was the first time that I could have a reason for why I am the way I am. It wasn't my PCOS controlling my life. It wasn't me just being fluctuating in my weight constantly and, that just being my life. It was me choosing to, be buff, be muscular, be strong, and, have a reason for it. I was an athlete, and I was a really good one too, and I was proud of it. And when I was powerlifting, I actually was one of the top lifters in the nation. I took it really seriously. I was in the gym day in and day out, but because I loved it. And so that was a really important change in my life. So the one problem with my powerlifting was I had ignored my PCOS, and maybe more than ever before. As you know, with PCOS, you already have high in testosterone. Adding muscle, weightlifting, it all increases testosterone, and my side effects of that were a lot worse than they ever had been. When I say I had hormonal acne before, I really had hormonal acne when I was powerlifting. I had it on my chest, I had it on my back, my neck, my chin, my neck. I still have a scar here from one of my cystic acne outbreaks. And I literally couldn't go through the day without sleeping, ever. And I had really, really bad anxiety, and it was ruining my relationship. And I just hit this moment where I just wanted a change. I was with my boyfriend, and I was realizing, I'd been ignoring this PCOS thing for quite some time now. And, I want to have a family. I want to just be a woman, I want to be a woman. Like right now, I was just in this place where I wasn't channeling my feminine energy, as cheesy as that sounds. And I wanted to get that back. So I decided to take it into my own hands, and look at what I did in the past and see what I could do about it. So the thing about what happened when I was first diagnosed with PCOS and I went to the naturopath and I was able to get my period again was that while I had my period, I didn't have everything fixed. So this time around, I wanted a full spectrum. I didn't want acne, I didn't want fatigue, I didn't want anxiety, I didn't want any of it. I wanted to get my period regularly. So I was really looking at it being I need to find this full spectrum approach to my PCOS. And so I had toyed with the idea of taking Dong Quai again, but I decided to do my own research and really look into all of the recommended supplements for PCOS. And so I just started to do my research, start taking some, and before I knew it, I had this whole entire supplement stack I was taking every single day. And I was taking 12 pills every single day, but I seriously felt amazing. And my body felt like it was restoring back to normal, and it was incredible. My period was completely regulated. My acne completely cleared up. I actually had energy to get through the day, and my anxiety had lessened. And so it was great. It was really awesome. But, which I should be going forward on slides, I think. But the thing is I was taking 12 pills every single day, and I was really tired of it. It's really hard to get up every single day and be like, I'm going to take this giant pill box. It's not something that you want to do. So I did it, and after a while, I literally just had this one day, and I remember exactly what I was doing, exactly where I was, and I was straightening my hair, and I was looking in the mirror, and I was just I just don't want to go take my 12 pills. I just don't want to do it. So it was really weird because it kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. I was I need to make this easier. I was I'm going to make it a powder, and I'm just going to figure it out. And then after I had that thought, I was there has to be other people who have struggled like I have struggled and who can benefit from this. And what I'm doing is working. And if I can make it a powder and make it easier for other people to take, I should do it. And I had originally thought, I'll make a powder so I can just add it into my smoothies. So I was just sitting there and I was smoothies, smooth. That is so cute. And so that was when Smoo was born. And it just came to life really quickly. And let me see where my slides are. And so it came to life really quickly. This was going on, I guess, 2.5 years ago. It launched in March 2019, and it has been the absolute best thing of my entire life. We have helped so many women. And when I say we've helped so many women by them taking Smoo, but it goes so much further than that, because we have this community of women, and, all of these women are trying different things, and they're all helping each other. And it is a great place to come when you are diagnosed with PCOS, or if you're struggling with infertility or anything else really hormone related, to just get ideas and, start to take control of your own health. And so really my goal with Smoo is I want it to be about taking control of your own health, and not just listening to what the first doctor has to tell you, to ask questions, ask questions and make sure it's the right fit for you, because it's not a one size fits all for everyone. And so I tell everyone who comes to Smoo isn't the right fit for everyone. It's not, but it is helping a lot of women. And the thing is Smoo is the first step in the direction of, trying new things, trying to figure out what helps you and your PCOS. And I really want it to be about that. And so anyways, I will go into a little bit about what I took, so you guys can, either look into it yourself, or if you want to take Smoo, you can take Smoo, but you can also take these individually, and they are amazing, and I would recommend them through and through. So the 7 ingredients in Smoo is myo-inositol, NAC, which is N-acetylcysteine, vitamin D3, ashwagandha, magnesium, zinc, and vitamin D3. And so all of them are full doses. They're exactly what I took every single day in pill form. And so literally the equivalent of Smoo is 12 pills. So one scoop is like 12 pills of what I took. And so I also kept it super transparent on the label. I wanted people to be able to take Smoo if they wanted something easy and convenient, or I wanted them to be able to go grab the vitamins separately if they wanted to grab the vitamins. It really helped me, and I really hope it helps you no matter how you take it. And so these are the exact amounts that I took, and I'll put this on the screen real quick if you want to do a screen capture. But just a little information on Smoo if you're curious. We are completely gluten-free. We're dairy-free. We're made here in the USA, and we're actually made in a GMP certified facility and NSF approved. So what that means is that we third-party test all of our ingredients for purity and quality. And what's really cool about Smoo is if you don't love it, we will refund you. We really want people to get results with Smoo. And so if you ever want to try it, just know that. All right. So I want to talk a little bit about our community. So our community is the coolest part about Smoo, and you don't have to take Smoo to be a part of it. And so we call it the Smoo Babe community, and we have a Facebook app and a Facebook group and a mobile app, and you can download it on the iOS store or the Google Android store. And I'll put a QR code in the next slide that you can scan so you can download. But we have over 14,000 women in the community who have PCOS, who are struggling with infertility or just other hormone-related symptoms. And so it's just a great place to connect with others who are going through what we're going through. And, when I was going through the peak of my PCOS, these kind of things didn't exist, and I really struggled silently, and I wish that I had had a community to connect with. And so I'm so happy that Smoo has been able to provide that for so many, and it really is just such a beautiful thing. So you can scan this QR code with your phone. You just open up the camera app, and if you hold it up and tap it, it will say, it pops up and it says open this link, and it will lead you to our community, and it will show you that you can download it on Apple or Android, and that way you can download our mobile app and be a part of it. It's completely free. You don't have to take Smoo. and we'd love to have you. All right, and I wanted to share this. I'm going to read it off because I wrote this a little while ago about what a Smoo babe is, and I hope that you take away something from this today, because I don't know, this means a lot to me. I think being a Smoo babe is really about what I was talking about earlier. Not letting medical results define you, and really looking for the opportunity in each day. And when I say that, I mean, like, we are literally all sisters. And, like, we really are. And, like, we can be there for each other, and we can be that shoulder that, you know, someone needs that day, and we can be the hope that someone needs that day. And so I wrote this, and I hope that you enjoy it. All right, what being a Smoo babe means. I read this quote this morning. As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. And it put me into deep thought about what being a Smoo babe actually means. So I wanted to share my thoughts. First, being a Smoo babe is about being a positive light to yourself and to others. Being a Smoo babe is not about letting your medical results define you and how you live your daily life. It is about waking up every day, being thankful for another day on this earth, and taking the cards life has dealt you and making the absolute best of it. Being a Smoo babe is about taking your health into your own hands and learning to look at our experiences as learnings that we can take to helping others who are in the same shoes. But some days, being a Smoo babe means being vulnerable and asking for help. And some days, being a Smoo babe means being the light that someone else needed to see that day. Ultimately, it means that we are all beautifully connected by Smoo, and together we can make an impact to help women everywhere see that they are beautiful and that there is hope no matter their situation in life. We all have the choice to live the best day we can today and to make a choice to help someone else in need and make a positive impact. This community is exactly that, and I'm so incredibly grateful to be a part of it with all of you beautiful souls. Smoo brought us together, and I'm so excited to see the impact we can have as we navigate our hormones together. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this. Together, we'll change so many lives together. And that is it. But that is literally the perfect definition of what the community is. And whether you're even in the community, I think that this can be used and applied to anyone's life. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. And I put our belief system on this screen, which I also made a QR code that you can scan and download it if you'd like. You can print it out and, you know, hang it somewhere or put it at your work desk. And it's just reminders that you can live with each day on how to be a Smoo babe. And so I hope that you guys really enjoy it. So I wanted to share some of my favorite success stories. These are just some success stories that I did pull from the community. Maybe I shouldn't say my favorite because I love all of them. Like, they're all so awesome. It's like it's hard for me to choose, but I just wanted to share, and hopefully it will just give you guys hope in your situations. So here are two that I pulled. So from Ashlyn, it works. Just wanted to share a little small success story. I haven't had a period in 2 years, and after taking Smoo for almost 2 months, I have finally started. I love how I feel on it. My PCOS symptoms have gotten so much better, and I have more energy since starting Smoo. Hands down, best thing I could have done. And the second one from Avery. Thank you, Smoo. I have struggled endlessly for years now, and I'm sure most of you know the dreadful feeling that comes with diagnosis. I have endometriosis and PCOS, and for years I've battled with symptoms and medications and diets. At long last, my battle is over. Thank you, Smoo. You've beaten every diet, every medication, every bad day. My life shines brighter with Smoo in it. And here's a few more. Hi all, I am posting to share my so far very positive experience with Smoo. I have not had a natural cycle in 3 years. I'm on my second tub of Smoo this month and just finished my second natural cycle. So happy this is working for me and excited to see what the future holds. So anyways, I just wanted to share these. These are pulled from our community. You can join the community, and we have giveaways, challenges, and also accountability friends, which is so important. And so there's tons of opportunities to win Smoo. And like I said, even if it's not about Smoo, it's just a great place to get information and to connect with others and hear what worked for them. Before I go, I just wanted to also share that we've been expanding our product line. We started with this, which is the formula of what I took each day. So it's called Ovary Good. And so this is our main product, but we did just launch a multivitamin and a prenatal. And then also 2 products that are under the Babe Boosters. So Babe Boosters are little herbal supplements that you can add into your Smoo or your smoothie. And so we created a beauty product and also a mood balancing product. So definitely recommend the Balance Babe. It's my absolute favorite. So check them out. All right. And so I have to come to a close now, but I just wanted to say thank you for taking the time to hear my story. I really am doing my absolute best to be here for everyone that needs it. And so you can always reach out to me. And if not me, we have also the Smoo team who is amazing. And we would love to connect with you. And seriously, even if you just need someone to talk to, you can reach out to us. We have an amazing texting program. You can text us. We'll chat you back. And you can also email us at hi@thesmooco.com. IG, Facebook, all of it. Contact us anyway. We're on everything, and we would love to chat with you. But just know we are truly here no matter what, whether you take Smoo or not. And if you ever need advice, feedback, anything, feel free to reach out. My name is Kerrigan Osman on social media. So it's literally my first and last name together. So you're welcome to add me and reach out to me. And I can always get back to you as soon as possible. But I'd love to hear from you. And one thing I really wanted to tell you is that it is so cool that you're even here, because the thing is like just the fact that you're here means that you're not just taking the first answer, you're taking complete control of your health and you're learning everything you can. And I am so hopeful for you that you find the exact answer you need. And I know you will. I'm not hopeful. I know you will, because you are that type of person for being here. And so I'm just really proud of you. And I really wish you the best on your journey, no matter what. I know that sometimes it gets really hard and it feels like, nothing's going to work. But like what I always say is, right when you're about to give up in life, is right when you're about to cross the bridge, and see the rainbow, as cheesy as that is. And so it's like, just don't give up. Even if you feel like giving up, in that moment, just keep pushing, because you will find the answer no matter what. I promise you, you just need to not give up. And I know you won't. And I believe in you. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time today. And I wish you the very best, and I will hopefully talk and hear from you soon. All right, sending so much love, and talk to you soon. Bye, guys.